The Romulans had a base, known as the Vault, that they used for research into Borg technology. This facility was abandoned in the chaos after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but intelligence suggests that the work there was far enough along that it was used to retrofit Nero's ship before it disappeared along with Ambassador Spock's vessel in the Hobus system. Long-range sensors have detected energy spikes in the Halcona system, and Starfleet intelligence believes that someone is bringing the Vault back online. We need to know who, and more importantly, we need to know if there is still Borg technology or restricted weaponry on that base. I need you to proceed immediately to the Halcona system and investigate the Vault. Engage if you must, but I would prefer if you could gather the information we need, without conflict.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Star Trek Online. In the last episode, we assisted Commander Jarok of the Romulan Republic in tracking down former Praetor Taurus, only to find that Taurus was on Iconia attempting to contact the Iconians. She hoped that they might be able to turn back time and bring Romulus back to the way it was. Before the supernova, of course. Taurus even managed to activate an Iconian gateway, which her Reman colleagues then used to escape her after betraying her. And now, apparently, we're off to the Vault. Let's get into it.
In order to avoid drawing too much attention, you need to fly under the radar, so to speak. Admiral Tanay has authorized the requisition of a shuttlecraft for you. You can fulfill the requisition in the shipyard. Once you're ready, take the shuttlecraft out to the Halcona system. If you have a runabout fighter or other such craft available, feel free to use it, but do not approach the system in a starship. We want to avoid the notice of whoever's in the vault. A shuttle will also be able to dock with the vault and explore the interior.
Understood, Commander. It seems these lines were added after the voice actor was recorded. Also, Republic Intelligence will be sending one of their best with you on the operation. Commander Telmira. She's been fully briefed and will transport to your vessel as soon as you're ready to depart Halcona. I trust this won't be a problem, Lieutenant Commander. Not at all.
Any questions?
Well, I've got a few options. I could ask if it's a Section 31 operation, but of course, as I was in the Academy a few months ago, I wouldn't know what Section 31 was. What can I expect at the Vault?
Borg technology, Thalaron weapons like the ones used by Shenzan, cloaking mines, and heavy graviton beams? We're not entirely sure. That's why we need eyes inside. The station itself is near a micronebula and surrounded by a tachyon detection grid. Even a cloaked ship wouldn't be able to sneak in there. You should also expect automated defenses like turrets and cannons. We haven't spotted any ships in the vicinity, fortunately. Although with Romulan cloaking, anything is possible.
Understood, Commander. I will requisition a shuttlecraft. Commander Soto has given me authorization to retrieve a Type 8 shuttle. However, I can also do this mission in a runabout, which costs quite a bit, but I have been picking up everything and selling it, so I can't afford it. However, I have something better. This is Shuttlecraft Baston. She's a Delta-class shuttle, and she's more maneuverable than a runabout, but more capable than your average shuttle. Helm, set in a course for the Vault. Warp 5.
Obviously, this station isn't as abandoned as Intel suspected. Sensors are reading several Reman ships in the area, and that's just the ones that we can spot. That station is immense. It must have taken an incredible amount of manpower and technology to build it. It's almost the size of a small moon.
Indeed.
Sensors are reading a sophisticated tachyon detection network, as well as several patrolling vessels. For an abandoned station, this facility certainly has a lot of activity. My people are experts at stealth technology. If we want to approach unseen, we must avoid confrontation and find a way to evade or jam their sensor grid. We must assume that if we engage the ships here, they'll notify whoever is left on the station, and it may become difficult to find an entry point.
Understood, Commander. A satellite. That might help us.
Looks like they left this satellite as a communications booster for their short-range worker shuttles. Fortunately for us, it's still active. Unfortunately, it's heavily encrypted. Traffic analysis shows that the network routes its communications through a series of nodes at the station's dorsal peaks. If we flood them with excessive signal, it could cause the network to be unable to handle any signal traffic, which would give us a brief window to slip in. The alerts wouldn't go off because the station would never get the signal. We'll still have to avoid the patrols and make sure we don't get too close to the station until we make the broadcast.
An ingenious plan, Commander. Let's execute it.
Approaching the tachyon grid perimeter. If we're detected by it, that will definitely alert the remans.
Transmit the disruption.
Station sensor hub jammed.
Alright, let's get through. Oof. That was terrifying. Let's get inside this thing.
Picking up some unusual energy readings. We'll need to explore the accessible interior areas and see what we can find. Looks like there's another access conduit across from us. We'll have to think three-dimensionally in here. Sensor readings are also picking up a few scattered life signs.
Fascinating. Let's check out that entrance. This place is massive.
We've tripped some security systems.
Oh, damn. Open fire. Got us in a tractor beam. That was easy enough. Right, let's scan the door.
The doors are a massive set of interior bulkhead doors. They're segmenting the different parts of the base. Possibly a safety measure in case something went wrong in one of the central areas. Access appears to be controlled by use of security keys. We can disable it if we can find a code block that matches part of a security key.
Understood, Commander. Well, let's find some security codes then. Sensors are picking up turret debris nearby. Perhaps it can provide us with a key.
This defense turret was hooked into part of the security network. There's a security code in its subsystem. Code block 6750.
Well, let's try it.
Unfortunate. You have missed the rotation. We must try again.
I see. Well, let's look for some others. We've just invalidated that one.
The security node for this block of empty residences includes a code key. Block 9904.
Understood. Let's try this one.
I'm reading life signs in some of these living quarters. Interesting.
Let's see if we can hail the inhabitants. Who are you, and what do you want? What are you doing here? We have several options to respond. I'm investigating dangerous energy readings coming from the station. Or, you don't look like you're in much of a position to be asking the questions here. Or, I mean you no harm. I just want to talk. I think the last one's the friendliest option. No harm? Starfleet? Like when your praised Ambassador Spock meant no harm when he fomented the rebellion among our people. Like when your Captain Picard meant no harm when he killed Shinzon, the strongest leader our people had seen in a century. How can I prove my good intentions to you? I'm scavenging a living here, and things are worse since the remans arrived. They kill us wherever they find us, the ungrateful beasts. If you could provide a shield generator, provisions, and medical supplies, I would gladly tell you what I know. We will consider your offer. I've just replicated everything she asked for. What do you want? I've brought the supplies that you requested. Very well. As far as I know, this station was a research facility for various illicit technologies. I'm not sure what kinds of secrets the military kept here, but some of us have scavenged up useful components or even weapons. The station has its own power supply, although many areas are dangerous or secured against intruders, or under the control of the remans now. Lihar, one of the other survivors living here, said that he saw some kind of autonomous cybernetic technology closer to the station core. I don't know what that could be, but he said it looked dangerous. Shavara, a doctor, said that this area was still safe for habitation, but further out, one of the pylons was emitting dangerous amounts of radiation. To reach the deeper parts of the station, you'll need to bypass the containment force field. It uses a cycling timed security check, so if you have a key code sequence, you must synchronize your key with that check. I have a personnel override code that will bypass the synchronization check. I will give you the data. May the elements watch over us all. We can take you with us if you wish. No. I have responsibilities to the people here. You can't take all of us. And where would you take us? To be questioned by your government? Because we would all be suspected spies. We must all make our own way in this universe and play the game as it unfolds. Jolan True, Lieutenant Commander. Thank you. Well, that was very helpful.
That's it. Well done. We should be able to bypass the system and gain access now.
Wonderful. Oh. I was expecting it to open the whole way. Luckily, we've got a Delta-class shuttle. Fit through perfectly.
There's still power in most of the station. Some of these conduits are damaged. Keep an eye out for energy discharges.
Ooh, lots of turrets here. Right, it seems we have to get through these force fields. Although, they seem to have a pattern. This shouldn't be too difficult. Oh, that was easy enough. And this is the core.
Above us, that's a Borg sphere. The Tal Shiar must have used this base as a storage facility and research area for Borg technology.
Good God.
Electrical discharges, probably from ionization leaking from the sphere and research nodes. We should be cautious about flying too close to them.
Understood. Scan the sphere.
The Borg sphere is dormant, like it's been put to sleep. It's not the source of the strange readings that long-range scans detected. Looks like the sphere's hooked into part of the local systems network. We should be able to exit through the other doors now. Probably a safety precaution to keep them locked.
Indeed. Well, if that's not the source of the readings, then what is? I don't think the anomalous readings are in here. Perhaps in the next area. More force fields. Although this one seems to be more stubborn than the last. Seems the only way through is through the middle. But I'd have to time it right. This looks safe. Yep. Oh, a tractor beam turret, really?
Quiet in this area. Too quiet.
Agreed. Oof, we nearly hit the door there. The commander's picking up unusual energy readings from the other side of the pillar. Let's find out what they are. What is that? Let's scan it.
This is disturbing. We're looking at a facility used to build Thalaron weapons. If the remans have infiltrated this base, they may be trying to secure those weapons.
Ah, so our intruder finally arrives at the heart of the matter. Have you seen all that you came to see, little spy?
Who are you?
Does it really matter? Call me Obasek, if a name is that important to you.
What on earth are you doing here?
That should be obvious. I intend to make use of this station to further my agenda. Your presence, however, is a bit more curious. I expect that you are operating under the shroud of Empress Sela, whether you realize it or not.
I'm not an agent of Empress Sela.
Did you know Sela's mother was a human? And a Starfleet officer, no less. Given Starfleet's many attempts at interference with the Romulan Star Empire over the years, it is quite obvious that at least some elements of both organizations are cooperating. Either
That's
that,
absurd.
or possibly your Starfleet has been tricked into doing the Empress's bidding.
Starfleet is a peaceful organization of exploration, not a political tool.
Your protest will do you no good in any case. I expected interference, and I have taken steps to ensure that you will not disrupt my plans.
You must know that the galactic powers, Starfleet for one, will not permit you to use Thalaron weapons.
I'm not especially interested in what you will or will not permit. My only interest is proving a point to the Romulans. My people have been hounded across the stars. We have been separated from our loved ones, and had our homes destroyed. Our ships have been attacked, and our warriors slain by treachery. No more. We will take the fight to them, and we will be free.
Yes, but there's other ways to go about it.
I am afraid our time is at an end. My associates have already finished loading the Thalaron weapons that we need, and I have other operations to manage. I think we both know what happens now. May your death be quick and valorous.
There will be no death, Obasek. Close the channel. Oh, there might be a death. Where are those shots coming from? Oh, Scorpion fighters. Oh, this is easy. He sent Scorpion fighters after me. Scorpion fighters are no match for a Delta Fire. Right, let's get out of here. More Scorpion fighters.
Shields have failed.
And more fighters. Right, let's get out of here. Oh, what is that in the distance? That's not good.
Is under attack.
And these Scorpion fighters are hindering our progress.
Shields have failed.
There's a bloody Mogai heavy warbird closing with us. We can't deal with that. A few Scorpion fighters, yes, but not a full starship. Right, now we have to get out of here and somehow get past that Mogai heavy warbird. We're within weapons range. We gotta hit that door locking mechanism before they notice us.
Blast the door locks.
And maximum impulse. Can they get in here? I don't think they can fit through the door. But these can. damn Scorpion fighters. And we've hit one of the force fields, although it didn't seem too damaging. Oh, the Mogai definitely can't fit through there. Oh, Tavara Light Warbird, good god. We might be able to take that, actually. I suspect it's a reactivated mothballed starship. The Tavara is quite an old design. Not too difficult with a Delta-class shuttle. We could certainly outmaneuver them. And there they go. Right, let's get out of here.
We must stop Obisek's ship. They cannot be allowed to possess Thalaron weapons.
Agreed.
We can use the subspace booster satellite outside the station to send a message to Starfleet as soon as we're clear of the interior. But Obisek's warship will almost certainly attack us when we do. We'll have to survive long enough for reinforcements to arrive.
I think we can manage.
Reinforcements have arrived and are just past that nebula. We don't have much time. We need to meet with our allies and stop that ship.
Agreed. USS Lhasa. Let's hope they're up to the task.
USS Lhasa is signaling us. They're going to engage. We are now in the micronebula.
It seems shields are down in here. USS Lhasa is a Galaxy class. We need to get these Scorpion fighters off USS Lhasa's tail. Without shields, they can be a real nuisance. Obisek's ship's been disabled. That was easier than I thought it would be. Oh goodness. They were not disabled. That was a big explosion. Hail the USS Lhasa.
That was quite an explosion. Probably from the Thalaron weapons carried aboard the ship. We're going to leave the system under high warp to draw off any reinforcements that might come looking. Suggest you return to Federation space.
Understood, Captain, and thank you. Now, Helm, get us the hell out of here.
I've taken a preliminary look at your logs, and it seems that things went a bit unexpectedly. I have a feeling this isn't the last time we'll be seeing the vault. The Reman commander you encountered is definitely a major player in the disintegration of the Romulan Star Empire. I'm going to send the information you gathered about him over to an old colleague of mine, Dr. Maximilian Peters, for analysis. If this Reman is a leader in their separatist movement, we'll have to deal with him again. And hopefully Dr. Peters can work up a psychological profile for him, and a sociological analysis of the separatists.
Indeed, Commander.
Our next step will be to decode the signal intelligence and go through any remnants left from the ship that was destroyed near the vault. Now that we know that the Remans were hoping to use Thalaron weapons, we need to figure out their target location. Right now, Starfleet knows far too little about a civil war in the making, but it'll take time to sift through all of the data. Keep in touch. Starfleet will notify you when we have a lead. Oh, and thanks for the good work.
Thank you, Commander.
Excellent work. We need to learn more about the conflict between Obisek and the Romulans. Sila's forces may indeed be hounding the Remans, but the use of Thalaron weapons is unacceptable. Not even the Klingons or the Breen will stoop to such barbarism. Starfleet intelligence will be working to decode the list of possible targets you acquired from the base's databanks. The next step may be to investigate these sites and find out why the Remans want to destroy them.
Indeed, Admiral. That's all for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this type of content and you'd like to see more, please feel free to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and it means a lot to me. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.